Chapter 28, Parshas tells us, for Hayar, it will be, Im Shema Tishma Kol Hashem Elokecha, if you listen to the voice of Hashem to do the mitzvos, so then Hashem will make you the supreme nation. Elyon on Kol Gai Aretz, above all the other nations. The Mishnah tells us in Tractate Avos, pretty famous mitzvah, pretty famous Mishnah, Mitzvah gereres mitzvah. Person does one mitzvah, it leads to another mitzvah. But that's really only when a person does the mitzvah because he wants to do it. He loves Hashem, he loves the mitzvah. He does it with happiness. And he wants to bring satisfaction to Hashem. Then, when another mitzvah comes, he'll do the second mitzvah. But if the first mitzvah you do for altruistic motives, the second mitzvah you may not do because you're not really interested in doing the right thing. You're interested in for whatever reason. Why you did the first mitzvah. The mitzvah B, which doesn't have that reason, you might not do it. So when the Mishnah says the one mitzvah brings to another mitzvah, that's if you have the right intentions when you do the first one. Now, we said before in the first year, the word v'haya is the expression of simcha. So maybe that's what the Torah means. V'haya, and it would be real simcha. If you do mitzvahs, im shemaya tishma l'Hashem Elokecha, if you listen to the voices of Hashem with the madrega, with the level of v'haya, of happiness, if you do mitzvahs with simcha, then tishma, then you're going to be zochi, you're going to be merited, you're going to have the merit of listening to the voice of Hashem. So what's the double expression? Lishmar is mitzvahs los laseh, to watch, to guard yourself from not violating a negative commandment, not to work on the Sabbath. And lasos, and to perform, that is a positive mitzvah. Okay? Very simple. Lishmar, to guard, safeguard, is not to do an avera, a los laseh, a negative commandment. But to perform, to do, would make sense that it's referring to positive mitzvahs. Now, that's the pshat in the pasuk. Very nice, very nice. V'haya, im shema tishma kol Hashem Elokecha. If you have the madrega of v'haya, then what? Lishma v'lasos as kol mitzvahs. Then you're going to be able to do all the mitzvahs. Because here, we said before that when the Mishnah said mitzvah gereres mitzvah, we said that there's an exception to the rule. There's a tanai. There's a condition. What was the condition, Shmuel? Only when you do it b'simcha. If you don't do it the right reasons, then one mitzvah won't lead to another mitzvah. You go to a shir because there's food. Then the next shir, there's no food, you're not going to go. You go to a shir because you like the rabbi, you like to help out internet shiurim, Habbatas Torah, all over the World Wide Web. There's no food here. I mean, I have my drink, but we don't serve food, but we have a big item to come here. Then, you know what happens? They come back next week. Or Wednesday night. If you come because of other reasons, you're not going to come the second time. Beautiful pshat from Nachas Vei. It's so unbelievable pshat. V'haya, if you have madrega of v'haya b'simcha, then lishma lasos is kol mitzvahs. Then you're going to do all the mitzvahs, not just the mitzvahs that you do because of ulterior motives, the mitzvahs that have the side benefits. But no, you're going to do the mitzvahs that don't have seemingly materialistic rewards, money, fame, food, other reasons why some people come to this year. I'm having you of it. But if you come for the right reason, then you'll come back all the time, even if you don't have these other trivial things that would help a person come to a class. Not to belittle these things. If that's what a person needs to come to learn Torah, adarabah, go ahead and serve it. But I'm just saying is that the higher madrega is when a person does the mitzvahs without ulterior motives. And if you do mitzvahs without ulterior motives, that will bring to other mitzvahs. If you do, even if it's a good deed, but if you do it without the right kavanas, it might not have the promise that the sages tell us that one mitzvah brings to another mitzvah. So again, just to summarize, you want to be able to fulfill lishma v'lasos, that's called mitzvah itself. Then v'haya, then it's b'simcha. If you do the mitzvahs b'simcha, and because you want to do the right thing, then you're going to be lishma. It's called mitzvah. But if you do the mitzvahs not for lishma, it might not bring to other mitzvahs. Let's be zocher to do all our mitzvahs b'simcha, because of love of mitzvahs, love of Hashem, and then it will bring to perform other mitzvahs.